All right, everybody. Welcome back to another Art with Errol podcast. This is our Monday check-in. Let's go. Okay. I had a little echo. Had to check. We're trying something new, today, but it's all good. We're trying to evolve in our social media journey. So, in case you're new to the podcast, I'm Errol. I'm your host for Art with Errol. You can find me online as that. And I am a retired Navy veteran, so 20 years of service there. And I got a graphics design degree. I also was like a social media manager for a short time, and now I just work at a gym. Life changes. I've been through lots of ebbs and flows with being retired, and I'm on this content creation journey, and that's what I like to talk about on the podcast. So, we'll go through a lot of things. I like to look at last week at the beginning of the podcast. Along with my little introduction, which I gotta work that out. I'm still not the best with my introduction. I know I'm still figuring things out as I go, but I think we're making good progress, good headway on the things that we've been doing. So that's what we're going to talk about, where we're at right now. So last week we missed some game streams. We got one game stream in, right? And we've got one art day in last week, and we got the podcast. And typically, if you're new, I've been trying to run a schedule of a Monday podcast, 2 art days, doing some artwork, and then 2 gaming days, and then the weekend is just family time. And that's how I've been trying to run things. And also on the gaming channel, we've been running the Bit of Gaming News short, which I think was where I'm making a lot of headway on kind of developing that and filling that out. So we'll talk a little bit about that too. So last week, it was an interesting week. I tried some new things with the short. The channel is continuing to grow. We're getting closer to our goal on YouTube. ArtwithErrol Gaming, we're trying to get to 500 subscribers. That's our milestone for the year. Sorry, y'all, my back is very itchy. I don't know what's going on. So we're getting really close to our goal, y'all, and it's incredible because the channel is about 2 years old now. We've been pushing really hard on it. So we're looking at 439 subscribers now. That's a lot for me. I don't know about everybody else. I don't know how everybody else growth plan and things work, but for me, that's a blessing for me. So we're pushing to get to 500 for this year, and according to Social Blade, it's showing that we should hit it in September if our videos go well and we continue to make progress like we've been doing. The shorts have basically been coming along. I'm developing them. I'm starting to get into a good routine with it, and we're trying to optimize it better, and I'm trying to get the shorts well, what would you call it? Not just like the content itself. Like I'm focusing on like getting it tight, if that's the best way to explain it, tightening it down, because we kind of got the routine and the consistency of doing shorts. I just trying to tighten it down and get things like a little tighter, and working on my word flow and the pacing of the video and all that stuff. So I think I'm starting to get that a lot better than what we've been doing in the past. So I'm going to continue to work on that, obviously. And there's always room for growth. This is not an end point or a stopping point. We want to keep trying to get better and better. And that's what I've been focused on, the development of the short and making it better. because those shorts actually help growth. They help growth a lot. I don't know if you do shorts for your channel, if you're listening and you're a content creator too, you're doing shorts, but they do help growth a lot. I mean, I think it's a lot of value in making shorts. So if you're not, you might want to look into making some shorts. So we've been experimenting with it. We've been trying some different topics, different things to see what's going to hit. And I'm trying to hit it in a more discussion type manner. That's what my focus has been, trying to drive engagement with the short. I want it to be not a long, I know you can get up to 3 minutes now. You can get up to 3 minutes with the shorts on YouTube, but my focus has been trying to make it more engagement or more engagement focused, I guess. So that's been my goal, is to try and write the script. And I know I'm still kind of using scripts, but I think my flow and everything will get better. Like, this is like our unscripted thing here. You know, I have something to kind of guide me along with the podcast, bullet points that I've written out, but it's more of, this is more free flowing than anything I do, right? So this and streaming, that's as free flow as I'm going to be. But when it comes to making videos, you need to have a proper script and try to develop what you're doing in a different manner, I think, to be able to drive growth and engagement, I think. Because if you have too many pauses, like what we have going on here, it's too many word slurs, and it can be disengaging to people listening. So I think the biggest thing is practice makes perfect. Not really. Practice makes us better. Let's go with that. How about that? Practice makes us better. It doesn't make us perfect. You can never be perfect, right? But practice will make you better. So continuing to practice and trying to learn from our mistakes and pushing ourselves to the limit every time we do this, I think that's going to help me get better. And hopefully with the podcast, this is helping you see where I'm coming from and what my thought processes are when it comes to learning about content creating and trying different things and experimenting and trying to grow a channel. Because we've been growing our ArtwithErrol Gaming channel from 0. And we got up to 439, which is great. I'm super happy. We're almost to 500. If we hit 500 by the end of the year, we hit our goal, and I'll be happy with that. And then we'll set a new marker. We'll set a new goal. I think we set short-term goals so that we can try to achieve something and then go from there. I don't want to set a goal like I want 1 million subscribers, because that's too far out to the right or left or whatever we want to call it. It's too far to reach. You're reaching for the stars, and you need short-term goals, I think, to make and see your progress and kind of feel that good achievement. Hey, I hit this, and feel good about it. So I'll be happy if we can hit 500. And that means I earned it, because I'm working. I'm trying to get engagement with folks. I'm trying to engage. I'm trying to comment when I can, when I see them. Obviously, you can't comment on everybody's comment, but you try your best to engage with the people and build the channel and try to build a community as well. I'm trying to build a community. So some people are better at this than others, and I think if you practice something and you keep pushing yourself to the limit, you'll eventually get there. You'll eventually get there. It's always going to be challenges in anything you're trying to do, and anything worth doing, you got to put in the effort. You got to put in the time. You got to do the 10,000 hours or whatever it is they say. You gotta try to improve, right? We got to try to get better. So I feel like we've been making progress. So trying to keep the art content alive. Like doing just 2 times a week and the podcast isn't really enough for the Art with Errol channel. But I think I can try to figure something out to get more content. It's just going to be challenging to record what I want to do. So I just got to figure that piece out. And I think I need some kind of little stand for the phone where I can just do little sketches on the go that I can attach to either to the iPad I have, or have the stand above a sketchbook. And that way I can do like sketches on the go. And maybe that's what I will title that as, sketches on the go. I think that sounds great. Like I really like the idea of sketches on the go as an extra content I could do when I'm like with the kids at an event or something, or their after school activities or whatever, and I got time to like sketch something. Maybe I could whip out the sketchbook and then set up the phone to like record it and post it. And we'll call it Sketches on the Go for the Art with Errol channel. I think that would be great. It's just I gotta figure that piece out, and lighting can be an issue, because if you're on the go, right, if you're in a building, or the lighting might not be good, or it may not. I mean, the iPhone is pretty good about capturing things, I think. So it's just really about having a good stand or something to hold it above the sketch pad or the iPad while I do the artwork, I think. So sketches on the go. Maybe that's going to be something coming. Be looking for that maybe on the Art with Errol channel. So we have 2 channels on YouTube if you're new. Like I said, Art with Errol and Art with Errol Gaming. We've been pushing Art with Errol Gaming to the limit. And that's where we get our morning short every day and game streams on Thursdays and Fridays. So yeah, that's last week, I think, in a nutshell. So let's talk about my experience with Marvel Tōkon. So I got it for PC, and I understand a lot of folks been having some serious issues with Marvel Tōkon, but I think that's from online play, because I didn't have any of those glitches that I've been seeing the discourse online about with the actual gameplay of just playing through the game. But I didn't really try to play online. I think I tried to play online once, and the person disconnected, and that automatically turned me off. So I was like, yeah, I'll just play through the episodes. So I've been just playing through the episodes, and I'm almost done playing through the episodes. I think I just finished with the Spider-Man team or group they have there. So I don't know why so many people are having so many frame rate issues and glitches and stuff, and I'm thinking it's coming from something with online, because I haven't really been playing online, so I don't really know. And the one time, like I said, I tried to play online, it was what the normal routine of playing a fighting game online was, which I remember from Street Fighter. It was the same thing. People would disconnect, or they have terrible internet, and the experience of trying to play someone in a fighting game online is just terrible in general. At least that's been my experience. Every now and then you would get a good match where somebody has a good connection and things are great. But for the most part, my experience with fighting games online is always that kind of issue, I think. But I don't know. I don't know what everybody else. I mean, I looked at the comments and stuff of folks online, and I'm not experiencing a lot of the things they're experiencing. So that has to be from online. It's my conclusion is it has to be from online, but it may not be. Maybe it's their PC's not strong enough. Maybe there needs to be a patch to the game. But I do like the game. The game is fun. Like, it doesn't have a huge barrier of entry. Like, it's really easy. Once you figured out the controls, it's really easy to play. I think anybody can pick it up and play. To me, it's like a button masher. I don't think it will be a competitive. I don't think it will be competitive. Like it just because it feels like just a button masher. You just can just pick up. It's kind of like, what are those ones? I can't remember that game. It's like on mobile and PlayStation and all the stuff. It's like pretty much everywhere. It's a fighting game where you have a bunch of characters. It's kind of like Nintendo Smash Brothers, but it's like night type character. I can't remember the name of that right now. My brain is fried. Okay, my brain is fried. I'm thinking of a game and I can't remember the name of it, and it kills me when this happens. But it reminds me, it's like a button masher. Really, you can just make things happen, and you don't have to really know a lot. You just gotta know what the core buttons do, and you can just make combos. So I mean, it's fun. It's just I don't know if it'll be like a super competitive type game. It's where I kind of stand with it, but I think it's a fun game if you're just trying to have fun and play and just fight. I think it's kind of fun, but that's it. So that's where I'll leave it at. So I got a question. Am I doing too much? Sometimes I feel like I may be doing too much. This is probably one of those things that, honestly, I'm doing artwork, I'm doing gaming, doing the gaming news, these which are shorts, long form. I'm trying to include long form videos as well, streaming, podcasts, life outside of YouTube. So, am I doing too much? I think I'm balancing it. I'm building content and the ecosystem. I've just given myself too much to do. Maybe I don't think so. I think I'm on point and I'm managing everything I'm doing. I have my art. I have the Monday check-in, which we're doing now. We have the game and news videos, which we're doing Monday through Friday, and the game streams on Thursday, Friday, art streams on Tuesday, Wednesday. I think it's good. Along with work an 8-hour shift, and I get it done. A lot of times, there are days when I can't get something done because there's after-school stuff or there's appointments and things. So there are days where I do miss some of those content drivers, those streams or whatever. I cut them out because families first, appointments and stuff like that. That all comes first. So there are days that I get cut out from time to time. So, but on a full week, I think I'm still managing everything fine. So as far as like our numbers, I think this has been a great year, and I had planned for this to be a great year. I've been pushing hard on the ArtwithErrol Gaming channel, and it's really starting to shine because 69 in the last 28 days subscribers. That's pretty good. I think we're making good progress. Today's short went beyond what I expected because I've been averaging around 200 to 300 views, I guess. And then every once in a while, I hit 1,000 views. And today's video hit 1,008, which that short did well. So sometimes my videos are hitting. Sometimes we have failures. I mean, I look back and I see 73. They're not like doing big numbers or getting us out there. So as far as engagement as well, I'm seeing some comments on certain videos, so we're making progress, and that's ultimately what I want to keep pushing myself to, keep making progress and hopefully keep driving engagement, getting more people engaged, more people joining the channel and engaging with the channel, not just subscribing and leaving it. I want them to subscribe, come back, and comment and join the discussion and all that stuff. So I feel like we're making progress. I just got to keep pushing the limit. I just got to keep pushing myself. We do have videos that underperform, and it's okay. It's okay. We're just trying to learn from those videos and push to do better videos. So, and I'm not really the greatest at looking at these analytics and understanding everything. I just try my best to understand it. But today's video, when I look at it, I'm like, wow, like that's a lot higher of a number than all my other videos from last week. So that's pretty doggone good. And if I look at the average percentage view, it's a little down. It's 43%, but I would like that to be up to 50. And I want to work on whatever it is that's causing people to click away or swipe away or whatever. I need to work on that. And it could be the pacing. Maybe my pacing was a little slightly off. I don't know. But I definitely want to work on that too. So, but the content is getting better, I believe. So, I think I'm doing better than I was 6 months ago for sure. So, I have this goal that eventually we want to earn money, right? That's the purpose of trying to be a content creator. Everybody wants to earn money from home. That's a dream, right? It's a dream job to be able to earn some money from home. So, to be able to leave the current job, what goal would I need to hit? I would need to hit at least $1,000 every 2 weeks. $1,000 every 2 weeks, right? We're way far from that. That's something in the future, but that's something that I would like to eventually get to. So that's in my goal setting. That's my long-term goals. We was talking earlier. I was saying, have short-term goals. So I set the subscriber goal to 500, something that was achievable, and we're almost there. So to be able to earn $1,000 every 2 weeks, I don't know how earning money on it actually works because I've never really earned any money from doing videos. But hopefully at some point we will start to earn money, and that would be great. I think that's everybody's creator dream, is to be able to earn money from home. And the key would be just to earn just enough to where you don't have to work your job, right? I think that's a reasonable thing to try to achieve. I don't need to be a millionaire or whatever. I just want to be able to earn a living from home, make content, make good content that people will enjoy and engage with. If I can achieve that, man, I'll be a success. To me, that would be successful. That would be success, right? To be able to earn some money from home, not to work so hard, work yourself to death, right? And do something you enjoy. Do things that you enjoy. It's a dream job that some achieve and others don't, right? And I think sometimes people maybe give up too early and they don't push themselves enough. And I think that I fell into that because I talked about this in the podcast before. When I first started YouTube, I was still in the service. I was about to retire, and I was starting things up, and I didn't know what I was doing. So I was on YouTube, and we was building a channel, Art with Errol, and I want to say it was 2018-ish, something like that, 17, 18-ish when we started. And then Facebook came along, and I was like, oh, I should move my content to Facebook, which was a terrible decision. If I would have just stuck with YouTube and continued what I was doing, I probably would have been a lot further along than I am today. And that's one regret. And, there's lessons to be learned in that. Sometimes you got to stick with what you know. Stick with what you're doing. Build your audience in that one location first. I should have never shifted. And I think a lot of people jumped ship from wherever they were. There were people that I think were on Twitch and YouTube. They all went to Facebook because it was they were coming out with their gaming thing, and it was new and it was exciting. And then Facebook let it crumble. And that in itself was pretty terrible because they let it crumble. Now we have Kick, and I'm late to the party on Kick. So we're trying Kick out. I had started the Kick channel, but I never really got into it. So we're going to try Kick too. So we're going to try to multi-stream between YouTube, Kick, and Twitch. So we're going to stream on those and see how it works. If anything, if it does push growth or engagement on YouTube, that would be wonderful. Because my focus has really been YouTube. Even though I'm streaming on Twitch, I've been streaming on YouTube as well. I think my main focus has been just, let's build YouTube. Let's just try to build our YouTube channels. So, a lot of the things that I think is we don't want to have fake motivation. We want to be fully motivated and really into what we're doing. So I've been trying to, like I said, push myself to be excited and motivated to do all the stuff I'm doing, because I do like making content. But sometimes in life, you can get into a funk or whatever, and you're like, oh, I gotta make some content, and then you're not happy about it or whatever. And we don't want to fall into those traps. We want to continue to try to find things that we enjoy making and push that. So I've been trying to work that out and make that my priority. So audience growth and audience engagement, that's what I really want to try to focus my attention on, to make content that people want to participate in. And I think that will be the key in building us a community. So hopefully it'll work out. We never know. You never know. So I think there's a lot of things that will come when we do eventually find a way to earn money. But till then, we're gonna keep pushing the way we've been going. So what am I changing this week? I'm not really trying to change a whole lot. I'm just trying to make incremental changes as I go along and make adjustments based on what I'm learning on my videos performance and how many people are engaging and all that stuff. So I've been trying to cover the gaming topics that actually fit my channel. I've been trying to keep it around 2 minutes or less, right around 2 minutes ish. 1 minute to 2 minutes. That's what I want. That's the goal for my shorts, for the gaming news shorts, is to keep it around that. And I'm trying to improve the first 10 to 15 seconds. So if I can at least get the grab or the hook, right? If I can get the hook on those videos to really grab people's attention, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do that better, because I think that helps people stick around longer for those shorts, instead of just swiping away. It's hard. So I'm trying to keep the art schedule moving. Trying to at least make the schedule. At least if I can't get 2 times, I want to at least get 1 time each week with art and gaming. So, but the goal is 2 streams for each, right? 2 art streams and 2 game streams. That's always been my goal for each week, to at least try to hit that. So and the big thing is, I'm not really trying to obsess over like viewer numbers. To me, I'm not worried about that. I think if people see that I'm enjoying what I'm doing and they want to have a good time, they'll join in and then talk. I think that's the way to go. I just gotta keep pushing myself to not fall into the trap of not saying anything. And I do that when I get to painting. This is a problem when I'm painting, because I know when I get into my artwork, I can completely zone out, forget the camera's on, and I'm just painting. And I'm like, oh shoot, like I need to say something. so that can happen. And sometimes that can happen in gaming. Like if you're a gamer and you're game streaming, you can zone out, and then you can lose sight of, I need to talk to the audience. I need to engage, even if they're not engaging with you. You just need to say something, because they could get bored with you real quick. And I think that happens a lot, and that's something I got to improve on. And that's a flaw that I have to improve on. Let's say it like that. That's a flaw that I have to improve on. So, I'm not going to obsess about the numbers. We're just going to push ourselves to make good quality content. That's what I want. So I'm trying to learn from every upload. That's another thing that I think I'm pushing myself to do. And I'm not trying to measure my progress of one video at a time. I'm just looking at the trend, I guess. Maybe that's the best way for me. I don't know. And I don't want to ever measure myself against other streamers or content creators, because their journey is not my journey. Your journey is not my journey. My journey is not your journey. Vice versa, right? So just trying our best to figure our own path, carve our own path. So I'm still building. I'm in the building phase, right? And it's great. I'm actually making progress, whether it's small some weeks, or like we have a good week. Like I think last week was a good week because we had a bunch of people subscribe, which I was surprised, and I'm really happy with the audience that we're starting to get. So I appreciate you. If you're out there watching the live stream, a lot of people don't know that I'm doing the podcast on the Art with Errol channel, and I need to push that onto the gaming channel so people can maybe have that crossover. I need to have that crossover. I need to try to work on getting that crossover. But I don't have any huge viral videos. I mean, the most that our shorts have ever really touched on, it's been 1,000 plus, and that's not all the time. That's very random, which today was one of those days. Like we hit 1,000, and I was not expecting that to happen today with this. Did Xbox just prove Gears is back? I didn't expect that with that video. I was thinking, we're going to try this video and see how it do. And we hit over 1,000. It's just the retention is not where I would like it to be. I would like it to be at 50% or higher. The average percentage viewed, I'm sorry. So I've got to work on that too. So hopefully I'm giving folks some good information. The goal of the podcast is to like kind of share where I'm at, and as well as hopefully giving a little bit of help to someone else and what my thought process is on all this stuff, and going forward and trying to do this creation journey. So we are making progress, though. I really see the progress. So what I'm working towards right now, I gotta think about all those things we talked about that we're trying to improve upon, right? We're trying to make more conversational videos, or more engaging type videos, is what I'm trying to achieve, to build a community. And that's what we got to keep our focus. We got to kind of keep that focus. And I think that with that will help to build the subscribers and hopefully bring everybody back, because I have a lot of new viewers. It's one thing that I've noticed. It's been a lot of new viewers, but the returning viewers has been kind of an issue for me. So And it's funny because they subscribe, but then they don't come back. And that's one of those things where you have to kind of gauge where am I going wrong, or kind of try to figure out like where do we push harder to like bring those people back. And I think that's a challenge for a lot of folks, right? That are starting out, that are new, and are like me, trying to build a community, trying to build an audience, trying to have those things. Is you have to constantly be trying to figure out, how do I bring people back, and how do I stay with what they actually like, because they subscribed because they liked something, right? They liked something, and they wouldn't have subscribed if they didn't like something about the video that they watched, right? So sometimes it's kind of hard to figure that part out. And hopefully they coming back for me, you know. They're like, I like this creator. I'm gonna come back for that guy. You know, he's cool. Whatever. Maybe. Anyway, like I said, I'm really happy with our progress, even though it's been slow. And like every channel I've always had was been slow progress. Slow progress, but slow and steady. I think we can get to where we want to be. And if I keep pushing myself on all these things that I need to work on, eventually we're going to be making solid content that people will enjoy and hopefully engage with. And it's going to be great. So that's kind of where we're at. So we can talk about like what we got going this week, right? And I need my calendar for that, right? What I did with my phone. All right, well, I don't know where I put it. I must have left it over there somewhere. All good. So this week, the goal is we're getting this podcast done. So y'all seeing that now. We're talking through the things we got going on. Tomorrow, we're going to try to get some more done on the Annunciation. So we're doing this painting of Gabriel and Mary. Gabriel's bringing the message from God that she's going to have Jesus, right? So that's the painting we've been working on. And we started painting Mary the last session. I'm going to continue working on Mary to fill her out. And then we're going to start working on Gabriel. Probably if we can get Mary done tomorrow, we'll work on Gabriel. And then next week, we'll try to tighten everything up and finalize the painting and be done with that and move on to something else. So that's my plan for the painting. For gaming wise, I think I want to play some shooter games. I have yet to complete some games, and I just of the mindset I don't have enough time to run through some of these games right now, and I need a break from some of these go-through games. So either we're going to play Marvel Tōkon one day, and then we're going to play a shooter game. And maybe it's Call of Duty, or maybe it's Apex or something. I feel like I want to play a shooter this week. So I do have Tarkov, but I don't know what I'm doing in Tarkov. So I was trying to fire that up, and it's one of those games that you got to have a lot of time to play. And I already figured out I don't have that kind of time to figure that game out right now. So I need fast-paced arcade shooter. So it maybe we would just play a little Call of Duty, which we haven't done in a while. And I don't have Fortnite. I don't think I have that. So I don't have that on the computer. So I think it's either we play that or we can try to go back through Halo Campaign Evolve. But I already played through it. So like the graphics look great, but it's kind of like a moot point for me to do. I want to play through it again. I started to, and then I was like, it doesn't really matter. I've already played through this game. It's just a new coat of paint and some extra missions. So maybe maybe I just don't feel like diving in. I'm thinking I want to play either Call of Duty or some Apex this week, at least one day this week. So I think that's where we're gonna go, and that's kind of what I've been running through my head over and over again. Like, what do I want to play on Thursday and Friday? So finish some Marvel Tōkon. I'm gonna just play through the episodes, and then another day will be a shooter, some shooter. And if you want to drop what I should play for the shooter game, you can more than welcome to drop me some lines, some comments, or anything. But that's where we're at for the week, and that's the goal for this week, is to try. I don't think I have anything coming up that's going to prevent some of those things from happening. I should be able to get a lot of that in this week. But if something pops up, I will try and drop a community note saying, hey, I won't be able to stream because X, Y, and Z or whatever. And going forward, I want to be better about that. But that's where we're at. I've got to say that I appreciate all the new subscribers to the ArtwithErrol Gaming channel, because we are so much closer to our goal. Because I was kind of worried that we wouldn't get to 500 this year. And now I think I see that it could be possible that we may hit the 500 by the end of the year. And that's going to be a goal accomplished for the year, and I'll be happy about that. I'll be really happy about that. So thank you, everybody that's listening out there and that's participating in the bit of gaming news stuff that we've been running on the ArtwithErrol Gaming channel. And we just got to get some crossover to the art channel, and that would be nice. So yeah, we had a good 40-minute podcast. You know, my podcasts usually don't go this long. So I think this was a little bit better. I do have a lot of phrases that I'm trying to bleed out. I say them a lot, and I got to apologize. Well, I shouldn't apologize for it. I just need to work on it, right? So I have a lot of phrases that I tend to repeat myself. I'm trying to do better about that. Just, it's when live, I'm working on being better with my speaking. Something I got to continue to do. So I appreciate everyone, and we're going to go ahead and cut it here. So tomorrow we will be painting. So if you want to tune in to the artwork on the ArtwithErrol channel and Twitch, and now that I got it working, we're going to be painting, and you're more than welcome to tune in and paint along with me if you want to paint. And we just have painting sessions, trying to do that twice a week, so till we complete a painting, and then we move on to another piece of artwork. So that's Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and then Thursday I think Marvel Tōkon, and then some type of shooter game on Friday. So it would be nice if I had a team, but most of the creators that you're usually not gaming when I'm gaming, so I don't have a team to roll with. So we'll just be riding solo, playing with randos. Anyway, appreciate everyone. I hope you have a blessed week, and I will see you in the next one.